Page 62, Whistlin Sam. This section of the book they've stuck in here is just some fun things to play. This is the kind of thing people like to hear, so if you're looking for stuff to learn, to play for other people, pieces in this section would be a good one, good thing to think about. One hand at a time, let's make sure we got everything covered. At the right hand at the beginning, it is a D and an E flat. Here, it's here. Never mind what it sounds like, just play the notes. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Oh. And the E natural there. Isn't that fun? Go down to the last line. You're here. Just lift up and move. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. The half note comes on beat 3. Don't. I tend to want to play it early. I want to syncopate it, and it's not. So it's on beat 3. That's pretty much the right hand. Left hand, you're in this position. You use broken chords. This is fun. Go down the last line on page 62. You're here. Little finger. 4 chord, 1 chord, 5, 7 chord. Okay, put the hands together. You're here. Just remember in the right hand, that last note on each of those is an 8th note. Don't hang on to it. Don't hang on to it. It's an 8th note. Let go. Let's go down to the last line on page 62. You're here. This is fun. I tend to want to play that 8th note, the half note early. I just want to syncopate it. Well, that's part of interpreting the music, and that comes later. Right now, it should be playing it on beat 3. Then we add the articulation. Wrist or hand staccato here. Short. You have an accent. Make sure you give these an accent in the right hand. Just the right hand, not the left. Last line on page 62 is here. That's accented. Now these are not accented here, just play them. See, each one is slurred, each measure, connect those. Dynamics, it starts out soft. You'll have to decide what soft is. But when the right hand comes in, I think you can make that sort of a moderately soft. Keep the left hand in the background. The accented note is just a little louder than wherever you're at. So if you play it soft, the accented note is moderately soft. If you're playing them moderately soft, the accented note is moderately loud. You just go up a little bit from where you're at. Down at the bottom, last line, second measure, you go up to moderately loud. In the right hand, keep the left hand as soft until page 63. Third line down, go down. See, your left hand is soft to begin with, but you can go down to very soft then. Because in the second measure, that P, the piano, that really applies to the melody, which is the right hand. That means the left hand should be very soft. Well, if you're going to do that, then you should do the same thing at the beginning. You can start soft at the beginning. In the third measure, when the right hand comes in with the melody, the left hand has to jump down to very soft all of a sudden. Can you do that? And the right hand takes over the soft part. That's fine. Here you're going to gradually go down here on 63, third line. And then at the end, you just, how soft can you get? Don't use the soft pedal, that's cheating. You've got to learn to do these things softly. I'm just stroking the keys very gently. very gently, so it goes down real slow. You want it to, the slower on an acoustic piano, the slower the key goes down, the softer it'll get. So very soft. Now, speed-wise, is a casual moderate speed on Dante, just casual moderate, not fast. About where I've been going, I think. Just kind of a leisurely pace. Then there's a note at the bottom saying we can play this in a swing style, which is long short. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and that's the counting. 1 and 2. For the eighth notes. Do the swing style, that's fun. Now interpreting it, first you learn it like the way it's written. You get all the mechanics done, get them learned. There's no pedal in this, of course, because we've got staccato throughout. You see at the beginning underneath the second measure it says LH staccato, which means left hand staccato, which means just play the left hand staccato throughout the whole thing. The right hand is slurred with each measure, that's okay, but the left hand staccato, can you do it at the same time? Connect this, but not this. Yeah, good practice. Yeah, and this is something you can practice when you're doing the scales. Play one, doing the scale. Play one hand connected and the other hand not. And switch it. You don't have to go that fast, but it's when you're doing the scales, practice these other things too. It really helps. Then you get into interpreting it. Well, what can you do with this to interpret it? You have to get in and you have to feel the music. And this is where if you want to play those half notes a little early to syncopate them, go for it. For instance, the bottom line on page 62 is here. So I want to play it right before the third beat. Another way you can try in interpreting it is with the left hand, connect the first two beats here. Just to see what, experiment. You have to experiment with it and get into it and try it different ways. Yeah, I would play it different every time I'd play it, but that's part of interpreting the music. Yeah. But you got to get past the mechanics so you're not thinking about notes and rhythms and all that, and you're really getting into the music.